built app. Another way we can do it is we can go through either using the JavaScript method or the P5, where the person directly builds his own API if he doesn't want it to be a teachable machine link. Also, thank you so much, guys.
Una clap now. It's not easy. It's not easy. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Wow. Model. I don't even understand anything here. But anyways, it's fine. But if I ask question now, what is model? Model. As Shebi's model he was talking about. Who know what model is? Oh yeah, give it away. Boy, I just know that's everything they talk now. Nobody knows see model B. Jesus. So you see, I'm asking. No, I'm going to give. Man, mention the amount. Okay, I have somebody. Don't worry, I'll surprise you now. If you get the answer, you go. Where the ushers dey now? Muna the help person. Who is the person that wrote this one up? Okay, yeah. Let's hear what model is.
Sir, the model, you know.
I know, but my instinct, let me say, you don't get them. You want to who? No, you don't raise your hand up now. Okay.
I think a model is like a pre-built structure in which someone works on or imitates to get the work done.
I don't know that you get a shower, but your voice is sweet. Now what I know. Who? Until they stop to raise them before I know say person don't get them. Okay, let's check. Please give him. Pass the mic. The fear mic. Chai! No. Jesus, no be you, just pass him.
Okay. I'd say a model is a sample from which others can be built, like an around.
Yeah, give me now. I talk my own. I'll give you like 30%. Don't say another until you talk. But Mr. Ubio, I beg, anybody get them? Okay, close. Now Arsenal be that. Almost close FC. No, we need to take almost close now. But nobody get them now. But anyways, I feel understand what in talk about. So yeah, we're going to move to the next stage. Yeah, we don't have time. I know we're not hungry already. Don't worry, food they come. Just sit down, balance. There's food. So we're going to be having some kind of demo. Yeah, to showcase media team. How far now? People they hungry. The more you waste time, the more hunger they come. Okay, so we'll be showing some kind of demo here. So that kind of 2 minutes demo. Then we'll move to the next item. So, but if we are still having some kind of issues, because I think we're having issues via the projector, so we're just going to move on to the next stage. Okay, I think they say we should just give them like 2 minutes. Okay, so as we're waiting for the 2 minutes, let me see. I want to give out my merch. I have some kind of merch to give out some kind of people. So let me ask one question. You know, I'm not a comedian, no, and MC hard, I swear. If you know say you know hard, come collect mic. MC hard. But let's just see. I want to give out one particular original jersey to Arsenal people, because I know say they fit carry this league. But I know the Arsenal. I hate. In fact, see them for Arsenal to carry this league. Maybe Tiniburu again next time. No. but sincerely, I know my Arsenal people carry this league. So, but my question here is okay. So let me ask one question, and I'm just going to be. It's going to be very, very easy. So from what the thoughts from the workshop, yeah. Everybody don't calm down. I beg, when I can't collect this mic, I don't know what I want to talk again. but so I said, okay, so you can do the MC. Oh yeah, take. So one of the questions I'm going to ask is, and this question is for you, and the price is 10,000 naira. The man, oh boy, he deal with the real artificial intelligence face. So I did the side the person, I reach and I don't see the person again. Jesus Christ. Somebody said something that attracted me to that person. I don't see the person again, no worry. What you are doing, I know we move to the next item. I don't know how to talk.
Representative. So Raphael is a petroleum engineer. He also has over 20 years experience in strategy, business development. When you say connect, you connect.
Maybe small thing, 20 years. They never even born me that time.
So
you're welcome. Please, your hands. Let's clap for him, please.
So he has experience in business growth strategy. He has also he works in partners facilitator for PM International.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And it's a privilege to be here. I actually got connected to this platform just a week ago. And I want to appreciate the brother that led to this. And everyone that I've worked with for 1 week is been awesome. Kingsley, Essay himself, Fred, and a couple of them. And for each one of us that are here, I want to appreciate you because I am happy that something like this is happening in the Niger Delta, specifically in the city of Uyo. For a week now, I've been amazed for what I'm seeing in this city. And like someone said that maybe Uyo will become the hub for tech, I think that would be a good one. Thank you very much. Yeah, while waiting for the slide, I want to start this way. DGU has a giveaway. And right now, as I speak, the giveaway is $17.5 worth. $17.5 worth. And then by next month, we are expecting it to be $21.5 worth. And there is reason behind it why we go through the ecosystem of DGU. DGU is an ecosystem that is focused on developing and financing projects and products in the area of artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, and modern things like this. You have an event, DGU can partner with you. Sometimes DGU will say, okay, you have event that happen every time, and then DGU can say, okay, let's finance it for you, just like what ICP is doing here as the lead sponsor of this program. Thank you very much. The next slide. And then, when you look at DGU, 3 major things have come together. 1, there is a framework. 2, there is DGU itself. Please go to the next slide on the PDF. This one we already know. Thank you. So, framework, the community, and then research and development in the area of artificial intelligence and blockchain. So we have 2 labs. We have 2 labs for that. That is, we have a lab that focuses on artificial intelligence, and we also have another one that focuses on blockchain. So, for instance, like a little we have learned today, and I was making an illustration to someone that if you are in the city of Uyo, you know that traffic of people come into Uyo and leave part-time, as it were. And Uyo is like a hub that about 5 different roads lead to Uyo from major city, Calabar, Port Harcourt, Kotekpene, Oro, and so on and so forth. And you decided to build maybe an AI system that can enable us to be counting the number of people that is coming into Uyo and also leaving part-time. And you put it that, okay, as they are coming, you are gathering that data, and we can see a kind of a transactional business in it, that when people are coming into Uyo and they are leaving, maybe you are providing an information for them, like my coming around, find out that Uyo is more cool, it's not as heat up like Port Harcourt where I came from, and friendliness is here to an extent with my little state. So if you have such data, you have such information, and you put it on the blockchain, and you are running with that, then you can decide, okay, let's invest into it. Because you know, when you have a project or a product that is running on the blockchain, at the end of the day, you are going to make money. like the AI expert mentioned, when we started in those days, you want to transfer just, or you want to send maybe $10, and you are using Ethereum, you'll be spending about $29 just to send that $10. And at the end of the day, Tron came with their own network, and you can do that with $1. At a point, it became lesser and other. So if you have a kind of a transactional stuff like that that can give money, DGU is ready to do what? To partner with you, because at the end of the day, you are going to make money. So what I'm saying in essence is that you don't have any form of limitation. While waiting for the PDF to load, I want to start with the giveaway and how it runs, so that we can prepare. By God's grace, we give cash. For instance, I'm giving you 5,000 naira, but I must be honest with you. 5,000 naira is good, but that is money for this afternoon. In fact, you can exhaust 5,000 multiplied by 20 within this complex today. You just go out here, pick one or two things out there, and the 100,000 is gone. But on the long run, if you understand the knowledge, you understand the education, and you understand the future that you have with organization like DGU, then it's better for you compared to the giveaway that you can get. So this is how the giveaway work. For everyone that do not have my number, I'm going to mention my number to you. You are just going to do me an I, and then I'm going to respond to that I. When I respond to that I, there will be instruction on what to do to get this $17.5 worth of DGU share today, and then by next month it become $21.5 worth, and DGU will be listing at $20. So please don't joke with this. If you have $20 today, that $20 can turn to $5,000. Number 080-377-123-80 or 80 080-377-123-80. Thank you. Just do me I, you will be respond to. What is happening to the PDF? Please let's use it. I just leave this very page and go to the computer and pick the other one, the one you were showing before. You don't need to modulate the two together. However, let's continue. So as you are going to get an instruction, the instruction will ask you to do two major things. One, to register into DGU ecosystem. Registration is free. And then number two, to verify your email address and your phone number. Mind you, DGU is KYC license, meaning that everyone coming into DGU must have KYC, and you are permitted to have one account in your name. And then after you might have done that, you will link your social media under DGU share to DGU. You follow DGU social media like Twitter, Facebook, and the like. And you also watch two videos that are free. One video training in DGU is $25, but DGU is giving two for free. Depending on your area of knowledge, you will find this useful. What is venture capital? You need to understand how venture capitalists work. You need somebody to invest into your business or into your idea or project or product. What do you need to put in place for that individual to be able to come and say, okay, I'm coming into your project. Secondly, the basis of introduction to cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the like is also what you are going to learn. Like I said, depending on your level, then we have other courses that are paid for, but that first two that worth $50 is given to you for free. The next slide, please. Just go to the next slide. No, it contains 24 pages. Yeah, please check. Please, the slide, PDF slide, not PowerPoint slide. However, let me continue. So, like I was saying, DGU is an ecosystem that finance that. And how do we work? How does it work? How do we get money to finance others? We have shares that we sell, and we invest those money into other projects. In that link that you will get, if you go to our product, you will see project and product that DGU already invested in. One of them is EWA. Most of you that are a blockchain that has come to link other blockchain together in a way that you can pay less fees. You can do things related to each other from one blockchain to the other. That is what EWA had. And EWA had a partnership with Curve. Curve invested $60 million into EWA. About 2-3 weeks ago, there was a blockchain summit, a competition in France, and EWA won #1 among the 800 participants in that very event. So DGU invest into that. Now, apart from that aspect of investment, there are other projects that DGU have. DGU has what we call Binary X. Binary X is a real-world tokenization asset organization. What we mean is that tokenization of real estate, that you can tokenize a real estate, like I asked yesterday, like this venue is like 500,000 naira. And that 500,000, let's say at 1,000 per dollar, that is $500. Now, that is the worth of this place right now. Now, if you decide to say, okay, you are going to buy this facility where we are in now, I believe they are not going to sell it for that $500. Possibly they are going to sell it, let's say maybe like $500,000, for instance. Now, as time progresses, the value of real estate increases. That's why you see people come into real estate. And now what did you do with a project called Binary X is tokenization of real estate. So you are here today, you are looking at real estate business, or you have one that's already existing. What it means is this: just like we have tokenization of real estate. You know that our USDT is a tokenized version of the American US dollar. That is why you see that from time to time, when the prices of dollar go up, the prices of USDT also go up, because it has assumed the same price, the same value for that, what is it called, the US dollar. My time is up, but what is going to happen is that for everyone that do AI to me, you are going to get this very slide. We have our academy that runs, like today we have it online, we have in the course of the week. So I'm going to reach out to everyone, and by God's will, like I said, we are coming back to Uyo based on the report of what I've seen. We are going to have our academy fully sponsored, and we are going to take people through, first of all, to start with how to get this giveaway, and then how to also invest into our DGU capital, venture capital, as it were, and then you have return on investment. Apart from the fact that the value of what you have invested into is increasing, you have also dividend that come to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm so sorry about the time. So moving right along, we'll be welcoming the ICP representative to take us into another workshop session, and after that we'll announce our first set of winners, and then we'll share another tax for another 20K giveaway. Thank you.
Where is this other guy? Okay, I'll speak to meet people. Where is the list of events?
Mahmoud, can you please come up now? This is the ICP session, workshop session. So please, if you're interested in having a shares from the DGU, don't forget to send him a hi on WhatsApp or Telegram. And after the ICP workshop session, we'll be making an announcement of the first giveaway. And then we'll have the second giveaway round immediately after that.
Okay. Yeah.
GM, is he here? Okay, no delay us again.
You cannot take my
I beg, no delay. Okay, you can. No, you can.
Okay. Good evening. I mean, good afternoon. Which one are we? Are we in the afternoon? Okay. GM. That reminds me of some Twitter spaces in some time past. So, good afternoon. Yeah. So, I think we stopped somewhere the other time, and some people have questions before we actually start again. Can we have those questions first? Okay.
GM. So when you were making your presentation on ICP, right? Are you listening? When you were doing your presentation on ICP, now you mentioned a lot of things. ICP is a blockchain, but one thing I did not hear throughout was the consensus that ICP is using. Although I did my research and I, got to know a few things, but it would be much better if you throw a few light on the consensus protocol or algorithm it's using.
Basically, I understand that what you want to hear is something around the proof of work or proof of stake or their variants, right? Is that not what you want to mean by consensus algorithm?
When you talk about ICP, right, I'll come from an Ethereum Marxist kind of way, right? You mentioned that, ICP brings speed, decentralization, and, cheap transactions, right? And one thing I come to understand about blockchain is there's no singular blockchain that I know till date, unless ICP is different, that can offer you these three at once. They must always sacrifice one for the other, right? And that is why I want to know their consensus algorithm. You understand?
Okay, basically, in the long run, ICP uses what we call delegated proof of stake. It's kind of a proof of stake, but with delegation. And also uses a subnetting pattern. The subnetting pattern allows them to reach finality faster than the others. For example, Ethereum 2.0 is proof of stake also. But ICP's version of it makes them actually reach finality faster. That's one. Also, I understand that dilemma. It's called the trilemma, the blockchain trilemma. You can either give security centralization and remove speed, or you take speed, security, and take decentralization away. It's a trilemma, but ICP came to actually avoid that problem. Basically, that problem stems from the architecture of the whole thing. Now we can look at it very well. The ICP architecture doesn't rely on the same architecture as the others. But ICP also uses something that's called chain key cryptography, and it helps them to actually block signing and block the nodes that sign the blocks. It makes them actually choose them faster than the others instead of waiting for all the nodes to choose or getting a random node. Subnetting helps them to actually just create a subnet of each node. Enough of all these technical terms. ICP uses delegated proof of stake. But let's not bore the others with that same technical thing. But I think you get the answer, right? Okay. Any other person with question before we move on to... So, basically, how many of us here are developers? If you are a dev or you have experience with, according to somebody, HTML and CSS. You have experience with HTML, even if you wrote ed tag one day.
Wetin una dey develop since? Which language una dey write? Developers. English language. Senior man, no
Wow,
be so
that's
na.
nice. Who said English language? Actually, it's come to a point that we'll be writing English language as programming language too. It is the way of the AI that we're talking about today. So, how many of us are? I just want to see the number of people that actually have idea of coding or shit like that. Sorry. They do, they don't want to talk about it. Okay, programmers. Oh, that's a very minute percentage.
Be like say
Okay.
the big word sef come dey fear una sef. Programmer, dev.
Okay. I don't mean that you have received money from devil.
I beg, dev, they always rock. They find those people to beat.
Okay. We'll be showcasing some things. I think from the screen we can see some things. Actually, excuse me. So on the screen we can see that there's a development workflow. Basically, to develop on ICP is very easy. Very, very. I said before that anything that you do on ICP, you can just bring what you use in Web 2 and come and use it on ICP. And that's why I will showcase it in this image down here. As you can see very well, we have a developer, we have DFX, all this story. Then we'll see one backend code box, front-end code. We have API, CDK, all this story. Basically, what's telling us is there's a DFX. The DFX is just like the entry point into the ICP ecosystem. Anything that you want to do on ICP, you need the DFX to do anything. You want to install anything, DFX. You want to build anything, DFX. You want to create a new project, DFX. Then we use the DFX to create this backend code that can be written in Rust, TypeScript, Python, Motoko. What language do you have again? What language does anybody write? Golang, anyone that you want. You can write any language. Then you have your front-end code that's written in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Then we use agents to talk to the backend, and the backend compiles down to WASM. WASM, okay, we did not talk about WASM last time. WASM is called WebAssembly. WebAssembly is a form of execution for web, for the new web that we are building. And the front-end WASM also is a form of execution also. Then we deploy it on the local testnet or the mainnet. So this is actually the workflow of how the ICP ecosystem works. Anyone having questions with this image? Or anyone that doesn't understand this image? Okay, so basically I've said it before that the entry point into the ICP ecosystem is DFX. That's why before you can do anything on ICP ecosystem, you must install the DFX command line. Now, the problem with the ICP DFX is it supports Unix systems. For anybody that has experience with computer science here, Unix systems are systems like Linux systems and Mac OS systems. Systems like Windows are not Unix systems. So ICP doesn't support Windows systems generally. You have to create containers like Docker, or you create dev containers, or you have a virtual machine before you can actually work with it. And lo and behold, this PC I'm using here is actually a Windows system. So I'll be showing the general public how to use virtual machines or Linux subsystems. So, as I've said before, anything that you build on ICP is called a canister. And basically, most times when you build something in the real world, you either have a front end and a back end, right? That means your front end will be a front end canister, and your back end will also be a back end canister. And that means when you deploy your front end, you deploy your front end separately, and you deploy your back end too separately. That means you have two different URLs to your canister. One is a back end canister URL, and one is a front end canister URL. I'm sorry if this sounds boring to the non-devs. This is a little bit supposed to be a technical session, and I don't want to bore you all because I just want to create this awareness on what you can do with ICP. There's a bootcamp coming that we can all go deeper into the intrinsic details of this ecosystem. So let's now jump into installing some tools. So to install the tools I've said before, now before I go too far, with the DFX, you need to choose a CDK. For the software engineers here, who knows what the meaning of SDK is? SDK, okay, I think I have a hand.
Software development kit.
Okay, software development kit actually. So CDK in ICP is called Canister Development Kit. Just change software to Canister actually. So we install DFX. Now, how do we install DFX basically? It is just a line that we'll copy and we just install. Let me just copy this line. Now, as we can see it here, this place I'm actually checking it out. This is a documentation. It's a very, very detailed documentation. You can just take it, just go there, it's just written in English. It's not something like it's, you just copy that command, go to your terminal and paste it. So if I should come here I copy this command here. And I come to my command line. And I just run it. This will automatically install the DFX. Though the DFX is already installed on this command line, so it will just install the latest release version. So it's trying to download the DFX. Now, as I've said before, the DFX is the entry point into the ICP ecosystem. So you cannot build anything on ICP without using the DFX. So it says proceed with installation. So it's installing DFX 0.19. Seriously? I don't trust the network to be that fast. So basically, as we can see, the DFX is what you use to interact with the ICP ecosystem, to create new projects, to deploy your canisters, to read data from the blockchain. Though you can read data in other ways from the blockchain, but you can use the DFX to just interact with the ICP from your CLI. The CLI is your interface that is here. This black interface called the CLI. So it's installing the DFX. Once it finishes installing, then we can move on. And again, last I think I've said before. Now, one thing again that ICP actually talks about and delivers on is, so let me just clear this screen. So let's just check if it is installed very well. So we have installed our DFX command line, DFX2. Then we can now use it to create a new project. So before I create the new project, I was saying something. I'm not very sure I actually specified this. The ICP ecosystem gives you something out of the box. It is the cheapness of storage. Now, for anybody that has built on other blockchains like Arbitrum, Ethereum, or other things, you understand that there is order with storing things on chain. One of the orders is that what you are storing on chain is not private enough, or what you are storing on the blockchain is public, anybody can read it, or what you are storing on the blockchain is too big and to cost a lot. So ICP gives you this power to actually store on chain at low cost. As I said before, $5 is equivalent to 1 gig on chain. That means just $5, you'll be able to purchase 1 gig on chain for eternity. So we can just create a new project. Let me just speed up this things. Then let us see what the FX new does. Let me go back up a little. Now, as you can see very well, the DFX new creates a new project. So let's create a new project. So DFX, new. Give me a name of a project to create. No, a name that is not ICP related now. Okay, let us create something. Maybe give us a problem that I want to solve. Okay, somebody talk about Loom, right? Or what's that? Loom, right? Okay. Okay. Abyss. Smile detector, something like that, right? Okay, we're not. Yeah. So basically, as I press DFX new smile detector, it brought out a list of something for me. It said select a backend language. Then we actually have to choose the language that we want to use. To use Motoko, we can decide to use Rust. We can decide to use TypeScript. Anybody that uses JavaScript knows that TypeScript is just the same, just added types. Then the fourth one is Python. You can decide to use Python. So basically, I'm a Rust person, so I choose Rust. Then it says choose a front-end framework. Then we choose maybe React, Vue, Vanilla.js, or anything. So let me choose React. Then it says add something to it. But I'm not adding anything to it, so I'm just going to press enter. Then it tries to install something. Then it creates all these files. All these files were created. Now, as you can see very clearly, this creates all the boilerplate code that you need for your project. Then you now edit them to your own taste. If it was JavaScript that I chose for my backend language, the structure here will not be the same as this. It will be a structure of a backend project. Yeah. So moving on. So it's installing node dependencies here. Okay. So once it just installs, finish. Oh, no.
Okay, thank you very much for the amazing lecture. Please put your hands up for him. He has done very, very wonderful. Are you guys bored? You are bored. Why are you bored? You are good. Okay, let's make it more lively. So, everybody likes giveaway, right? Now it's time to do giveaway again. People like money. People like money. So, do we have our winners here? Okay. So, before I call these winners, people will tell me how you won that money. Let me see.
Okay, so with 23 likes and
Check there. Okay. Give me the black pen.
He did not finish. He was still talking. Well, what I thought was like, you guys, no, he will come in, but just do it as if he wanted to bring food in, so that because people are already getting famished. So bring food in, and then in that period he will continue while people are having refreshment.
Let me see the. Okay. I have my winners already. But now go beg me. Like, why will you win giveaway and your name is anonymous? How? Like, why? Village people no go see her. Now that guy, they don't pursue tire. You don't change mind for them. Okay, so our first winner is the bros. This is your username, self. Michael 7205195. That senior man, go change Okay, so our first winner is anonymous. If you're here, please just stand up. Let me see you. Let me know why you're anonymous. Your money don't go. Okay.